It's Friday, motherfuckers. This right here, Noisier, remix of Ember by Camo and Crooked. Woo! Flux, I've not had a nose up on that new Chasing Status yet. Maybe we should just play it. I can, if it goes wrong, I can blame it on you, as ever. It'll be fine. A little bit earlier than normal. Everything's strangely still and calm. A little bit of sunlight poking in through the curtains. You stir, pull back your bed covers, swing your legs over the edge, pop them into your warm lobster slippers. You get up and go into the bathroom and look at your face staring back at you in the mirror. You look at your beard. 5 years worth of beard growth scraggled out in front of you. 5 long years. 5 long years held hostage at the hands of the ISIS. But you're back now. Back in the world of the free. You take your razor and you put it to your face and get rid of that beard. Your freshly shaven mush now stares back at you ready to tackle the day. There's a knock at the door. That'll be the press. That'll be those two-bit hacks. You open the door to a blaze of flash bulbs, microphones thrust into your face. Richard Hartley Parkinson, Metro. What were the conditions like? How did they treat you? Well, the conditions were grim. There was no sunlight. There was only vegan food to eat. Oh, a gasp goes out amongst the reporters. Oh, that's terrible. Dominic Smithers, Lad Bible. What are you going to do with your life now? Well, I'm just going to take it a day at a time, you know. Touch base with a few fellow lobsters. Get out there. Try and do some good in this crazy mixed up world. Rob Wah, male feminist from the Metro. How did you get out? How did you escape? Why did they let you go? Well, Rob Wah, I just spoke to them. I chatted to them, explained to them that it was possible to have a better way of life, you know, a steady job, a couple of extra potatoes. You know, you could just be decent folk, decent, God-fearing, honest folk, just out for a better way of life. I told them it could be done. They let me go. So, but what is this better way of life? Well, it's based around two foundations. Two foundations known to you and I as Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes, that's all I want.
You're getting on, you're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Literally a communist.
That's the last time I'll use that sample. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes. Welcome those listening on Threshold.fm. Welcome those listening on the YouTubes, men, ladies, non-binaries, other, all gender non-conformists, all lobsters, all species. Everyone out in the world is more than welcome to listen. They're more than welcome to come round my house, sit in my front room, drink my beers and smoke my vape. Well, that's if you can find it. Hi guys, hey, it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday, something or other about Friday. Let's all go to the pub. I'm keen for the pub later, that's going to be nice. I will, what I like to do on a Friday is go, God, this has been it's been a tiring week, it's been a great week, it's been a tiring week. I could get a reasonably early night and sleep in a bit on the Saturday. That's a perfect idea. Then it gets to about 5 o'clock and go, right, I'm going to get fucking pissed now. Get absolutely shit-faced. Then you stay out till 3, razzed up on, buoyed up on pingers, razzed up on the karate powder, sleep in till midday. And that's sort of the weekend done at that point. I'll never learn. 34 years on this godforsaken planet Earth. Never learn. Wesley Snips, I no longer have opinions. Okay, fine, that's probably safer that way, isn't it?
Lobsters.
There's some good action today. Some Richard Hartley Parkinson news. We've got Dine and Dash Data, who left 10 women to pay, is jailed for 4 months. What's this? A man gets knocked down 3 times in a single fight. This is a fight in a pub. Why do people have fights in pubs when they obviously can't fight? It's foolish. Hackers leak intimate details of up to 400,000 furries after attack on sex game site. Maybe we'll get to that story about the woman drinking her own urine and car washer fluid. That's another Richard Hartley Parkinson number. Hello, Richard Hartley Parkinson, Metro. Heard you were drinking your own piss to survive. What does it taste like? Is it nice? Smoking could be banned in council houses and residents given e-cigs. I know, okie dokie. There's some, oh yes, man pulls down trousers, jumps on McDonald's counter and helicopters penis. It's actually called windmilling. Hate to correct you, Claire Reid of Lad Bible. Obviously you know nothing about it, being of the opposite gender. Oh, actually, sorry, I shouldn't assume. But come on, this is got to get the terminology right. Windmilling. Got some good bits locked in the chamber. Some Delta Heavy, some dirty phonics. It's like people are making dubstep again. People are making bro step again. I was listening through Delta Heavy's recent output. There's some full-on bro in there. Dirty Phonics as well have released some full-on bro this year. That Noisy remix of Camo and Crooked was nice. It's called Ember. That was right. Going to play Jungle Desire. Like, I'm just calling it now. Jungle Desire by Breakwind's Shoe Thrower of the Week. Like, it's been a bit of a what's the term? Not whitewash. No, it's just. I mean, it's not a fix. Like, but it was pretty obvious upon first listen. Yeah, that's got it. Go play a bit of classic old upbeats and noisier. And going to play that James Marvel track again with MC Big Bopper the Whopper on it. So that'll be a bit of fun. Right, look, I'll play Scorpion here by Dirty Phonics. It's worth a nose up, definitely.
Smoking these meats.
The story that Mr. Merck is telling in the chat is actually making me feel a bit ill. It's too early.
Sting like a scorpion.
Good meme here that Mr. Merck posted in the Threshold Lobster Crew, within the Lobster Crew group. I haven't seen one of these in ages.
Sting like a scorpion.
Sort of 2008 vibes on this one. Yeah, a Scorpion by Dirty Phonics. And it's a record. That much is true. No one can take that away from him. Pensioner spends life savings on Sri Lankan toy boy husband. And why the fuck shouldn't she? Look at her. Oh, she's great. I'm a big fan. She's my spirit animal. Hold on, I'll get her up. Yeah, she's just she's bossing it. She's taking no shit. She's living her best life. Basically, there she is. She is living her best life. There, she's got a suitcase there. She's leaving Edinburgh. Oh, maybe she's come back to Edinburgh. Oh, she's leaving Edinburgh. She looks a bit razzed off because she's got no Sri Lankan toy boy. And then there she is in Sri Lanka with toy boy in hand, and she looks pretty fucking smug. He's got himself a little Marshall amplifier t-shirt. That's cute. He's got himself a sort of one of those trendy sort of bouffant hairdos that they have now. The boys have, particularly the Bermondsey boys, who I see out and about in Bermondsey. And yeah, she looks pretty keen. I can't imagine the sort of hardcore super sex they're going to be getting up to. Anyway, let's read more into it. Rachel Grealish from the Lad Bible reports. If something sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Rachel, come on. Come on, Rachel of Lad Bible. Where's your sense of romance, eh? Where's your sense of passion? That's generally the way it goes. Well, it certainly was that way for a 60-year-old woman who ended up losing, oh no, losing £90,000. That's 3 million Australian dollars after marrying a 26-year-old Sri Lankan toy boy. Well, that's sexist. The term toy boy I find sexist. Diana D. Zoyza from Scotland met. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. Well, his surname. His surname is De Zoyza. That's yeah. Okay. In 2016, and only 7 months later, she married him. Sold her home in East Lothian, moved to Sri Lanka, had a house built for the pair, and bought her new husband a minibus. What a beautiful wedding present. I'd be absolutely made up by that if my missus bought me a minibus for a wedding present. Oh, a minibus. Amazing. Now you can get all your boys in the back. You can get a fucking quasar laser. Hey, take a Saturday trip out on your minibus. Yay, lads. And your new wife kisses you goodbye. Go and have fun, babe. Oh, have a good one. Make sure you win. Yeah. Oh, we're going to go go-karting afterwards. Then we're going to go bowling. And then the zorbing. Then we're just going to throw up everywhere. Oh, bless him. She thought she was living the high life, but in May last year, gangsters found out that she'd come into the geezer had come into money. I'm going to try and pronounce his name, but I'm sorry if I butcher it. Prayanjanya had come into money before attempting to blackmail him and eventually gunning him down. Oh no! Oh, this has taken a really. I hate it when this happens. When what seems like an initially humorous story takes a really dark turn mid-story. I mean, I could negate this by reading the news stories all the way through first, but it's kind of. I think it takes the fun out of it, and I think part of the charm is the sort of. The spontaneity of it. Anyway, I'll crack on. To make things, Diana was not only left a widow, but essentially a prisoner in the home she'd built. To make things worse, she found documents that proved her husband was married to another woman, and she'd been completely and utterly used. Oh no, Diane. I'm gutted for her. I wonder if there's a GoFundMe or a Just Giving campaign for her. Maybe I could take this month's Patreon dollars and give it to her and Big Bopper the Whopper. Maybe to cheer herself up, she could adopt Big Bopper the Whopper. I think they'd have a lot of fun together. And that said, he's probably not got long left in him, and she doesn't need to be bereaved again. Diane told the Daily Record, "I just couldn't stay there any longer. I kind of feel stupid now that I didn't listen to my family and my friends because they said it was just about the money. I thought he really did love me, but obviously he didn't. I don't know, maybe he did. Maybe he left his other wife for her because they were deeply in love and, you know, he was gunned down by gangbangers. Fucking gangbangers! You gotta love them!" The ex-council worker ended up stuck in the home. that she'd built after the in-laws refused to help her sell the house, and ended up with thousands of pounds worth of debt after helping support her husband's family after his murder. She said, "My husband's family virtually had me under house arrest for 2 years. I couldn't go anywhere, not even to the beach." That's rough. They weren't happy I was leaving and put a complaint into the local police because I was leaving with all my property, but I managed to get away and stay with friends. They weren't happy because they wouldn't get any more money from me. Oh, so this picture of her at the airport is when she's come home. She looks gutted. Well, you would be. Eventually, she managed to escape her in-laws, and that's before finally making the 20-hour flight back to the UK. After investing all her life savings into what was meant to be a fairly idyllic retirement in a sunny country with her young husband, she's now returned to wintry Scotland. All right, no need to throw Scotland under the bus. You know. Diane explained how she's now attempting to rebuild her life back in the UK, saying, "I have nothing, and I still owe my credit card $4,000. I'm still trying to pay that off. It's just impossible. I'll have to find work. I can't live on my pension here. It's not enough. But I'm glad to be home." Oh, well, I start a podcast is my advice. Start a podcast and a Patreon, and before long, you'll be Joe Rogan. It's possible. Anything's possible. All right, come on, let's get into this helicopter windmilling fiasco. Is there a video of it? No, there's not. That's a real shame. Drunk man pulls down trousers, jumps on McDonald's counter and helicopters penis. A man has appeared in court. Oh dear, it's gone that far, has it? After he whipped down his trousers, jumped on McDonald's counter, jumped on him. Dear Claire Reid, you've got some issues in your first sentence. A man has appeared in court after he whipped down his trousers, jumped on a McDonald's, and started to helicopter. Oh, he jumped actually onto the building? Don't think so, Claire Reid. He jumped onto the McDonald's counter and started to windmill his penis while heavily fueled on alcohol. Back in Edinburgh Sheriff Court. Oh, there's sheriffs up in Edinburgh. That's hilarious. Edinburgh Sheriff Court heard that around 5 a.m. on the 22nd of July this year, 29-year-old Ryan Dolan, lad from Musselburgh, popped into the South Street. Oh, no, sorry. This is my mistake. Claire, I apologise.
Get your act together.
The South St Andrews Street branch of the fast food chain, where he started by pretending to serve customers before pulling down his trousers and doing the weird dance while shocked customers and staff looked on. Oh, they kept looking, yeah? Didn't turn away. Mate, who's the real sicko here? Hey? Nicole Lavelle, fiscal deputy, told the court, out of the blue, he took his trousers and pants off, showing his peen and his ball bags, and therefore was dancing with his trousers down. Right. After carrying out his bizarre routine, Claire. Get
your act together.
After carrying out his bizarre routine, he pulled up his kegs, but then jumped onto the staff side of the counter. Understandably, Dolan was asked by staff to leave, but he didn't pay any attention, and instead got out his genitalia. Dear. Lavelle added he grabbed his penis and started to play with it, pretending to serve customers, and started dancing again, carrying out helicopter-like moves with his penis. After a few minutes, he put his trousers back on and left. Dolan's behaviour was described by Lavelle as boisterous acts, heavily fueled by alcohol. That's sort of boys will be boys, I think is what she's getting at there. Dolan was arrested by cops after they reviewed the CCTV footage. He pleaded guilty to committing an act of public indecency. The court heard that Dolan had very little recollection of the incident, I bet. But Sheriff McCormack noted that 2 previous convictions for similar offences have been taken out. Oh dear, Dolan. He's been fined £750. But they took into account his guilty plea and knocked it down to £500, which he will repay back at the rate of £100 a month. He has started a podcast and is launching his Patreon account later this week. Mr. Dolan is the only guy who thinks getting his dick out is a good idea. Well, oh no, sorry, Mr. Dolan isn't. Thank you, Claire Reid. The only guy who thinks getting his dick out in public is a good idea while drunk. Earlier this year, a man called John Henson from Redcar found himself hauled up in front of a judge after he whacked out his penis. Oh, he whacked his penis against the door of a car containing 2 women. before doing a dump on the pavement. Oh, John Hanson. John Hanson.
Literally a communist.
Sorry. The 44-year-old was called a dirty bastard by one of the women, who threw some chips at him. But undeterred, he squatted down and had a shit. Henson was sentenced to 18 months community order with 6 months supervision, sent to rehab for 25 days in order to pay the victims 100 quid each. That's nice, isn't it? Hey, look, come on, just say you're sorry. Give him 100 quid. They get a night out on the tiles each, or they get to buy themselves a new bit of clobber, something like that. New bag, new pair of Jimmy Choo shoes, something like that. You know, all's forgiven. You know, you don't go round slamming your lad into car doors and then taking a shot on the pavement. Just give it a rest. Fucking, Mark, come on. What you got? What you got? 90 quid in notes and £7 in change. That... can't, mate, go to a cash point. Don't take the piss. No, mate, fuck you know. All right, I'm going to play this Way of the Warrior tune again by James Marvel, Space Pirate Trainer OST. I don't know what any of this means. I'm as baffled as you are. It's a good record, though. That much I know. Should we get MC Big Bupper the Whooper up on it? Where is he? No. Yeah, there he is.
Ninja dealing in the ways of the bass, stop breathing. Do they make a sound on your feet when you're leaving? Suffocate mind state, dark heart magic, gonna get it trap. You be sight on a bloodshed, Batman in a mark right, you done that bleeding. Watch them snake eyes, gonna get them locked in the ways of the warrior. Kill zone, gonna take a beating. Slingshot ninja dealing in the ways of the bass, stop breathing. Do they make a sound on your feet when you're leaving? Suffocate mind state, dark heart magic, gonna get it trap. You be sight on a bloodshed, in a mark right, you done that bleeding. Watch them snake eyes, gonna get them locked in the ways of the laser.
MC Bopper inside. Hey, Big Bopper ain't no narc. Just eat the drugs. DC Gaber in the chat. Doug's better than Antifa. It's true. Mr. Downer in the chat. Yes, it's already been called. I basically called it at the beginning of the week. Shoe Thrower of the Week is going to break for Jungle Desire. I'm going to play it again in a bit. Woo! Yeah, a few people have been asking for a threshold or a Coffee and Memes Discord. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Is it sort of like I don't know, like is it like Slack or... if someone can, you know, sort of sell me the idea of it, I think it's free, isn't it? Or is it just another thing that I have to tell everyone about? Well, you can get you have to subscribe to this channel, and then these are on these podcasts, and these are on the other podcasts, but that's on a different show. But if you get this app, I don't know, I'm just concerned that it might be just another thing that I have to try and direct people to. Anyway, listen, let's get into more of these bits. Dine and Dash Data, who left 10 women to pay, is jailed for 4 months. Oh, he's a canny hunter if ever I saw one. Paul Gonzalez, 45, did a runner on at least 10 lasses in Los Angeles from May 2016 to April 2018. He dined out on steak and shrimp after meeting the women on dating apps, racking up bills of more than $950 US. That's $2,500 Australian dollars in the process. Gonzalez was sentenced to 120 days in prison on Wednesday and banned from using dating apps and websites. That's quite funny. A court heard 8 of his victims were forced to pay the bill, while 2 restaurants bore the cost of his dating card. Oh, he's a naughty boy. You've got to appreciate his audacity, but he's a bit mean. Are all my news stories today about men tricking women? Today's stories haven't painted men in a very good light, I will be honest. But this is only 3, and there's like 3.5 billion of them, so, you know, you shouldn't be painting them all with the same brush. One of his victims, who remained anonymous, made a joke about Gonzalez still not paying for food in prison. He doesn't have to worry about any meals now. He's going to get 3 square meals a day, she told CBS. Diane Guillemette was looking forward to her date with Gonzalez, who she met on Plenty of Fish. I bet she did. He is significantly more attractive than her, but it seems that that was not quite what he was after. After coming across Diane's profile, he immediately messaged her asking to go on a date at a steakhouse in Los Angeles. Flattered, she accepted, despite admitting the restaurant was a little pricey for her. And all seemed well and good during the dinner until it came to the end of the meal. She told CBS 2, when it got near the end of the meal, not quite finished, he said he had to go and make a phone call. He never returned. Diane was left to fork out $163 for the meal when she realised he wasn't coming back. To make it even worse, when she went to message him on the app, she discovered she had been blocked. Oh no, the ghosting as well. Oh, that is rough. That is rough. After posting the scammer's details online to warn other women, she doxed him, okay? She learned she wasn't the first victim. Oh dear. That's when lots of women came forward to say that Gonzalez had done... I think there's definitely some humour to be gleaned out of the fact that his surname is Gonzalez, like Speedy Gonzalez, the mouse famed for running very quickly. Oh, the irony. Oh, the bitter irony of it.
Smoking these meats.
Yeah, Gonzalez was also given 3 years of probation. I mean, I don't know whether or not it really deserves a prison sentence. It's... It's not exactly like a high-level crime, is it? It's not... Really? I mean, I would say, like, give him a decent fine. And, I don't know, ban him from using the apps. But, like, well, it's very sort of minor theft, really, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe he's got a record for buggery or something. I don't know. He says he's a religion Christian. That's not very good Christian of you, mate. Is it? Is it? Let's get his stupid face up. No, I don't want to. I don't want to give him any more attention than he's already had. Hackers leak intimate details of up to 400,000 furries after attack on sex game site. An attack on a famous furry sex game has resulted in the details of up to 400,000 people being splurged. Oh, it's our friend Jasper Hamill of the Metro, ragging on sharks, and now he's ragging on furries. Oh, dear. Jasper Hamill of the Metro didn't reply to my tweet. Fucking no one replies to my tweets. Is Twitter even a thing anymore? Professor David Nutt, he didn't reply to my tweet. Mob Tactics, nothing. Jasper Hamill of the Metro, nothing. He's got like 600 followers. I've got 20,000. He should have to reply to me by law. Isn't that how the law of the internet works? Like, if you've got loads more followers than someone, you can kind of be all snooty about, oh, sorry, I didn't see it. I actually only see replies from people with blue ticks. Fucking Jasper Hamill of the Metro. Right, let's dig him out. Let's see what he's been up to. Science and technology editor, my foot. Oh, he tweets. He's tweeting. I'll tell you, he wouldn't respond. So bloody he's obviously ashamed about how he just threw sharks under the bus. He basically just sensationalising for profit. Jasper Hamill of the Metro. Oh, you've got a blue tick, have you, Jasper Hamill of the Metro? Where are we? I've lost the bloody Jasper Hamill of the Metro. Bastard. Oh, he's gone. It's all gone. Where is he? Sorry about this. This is not working out, is it? Oh, there we go. Cyber crooks cracked into an old website run by Hightail Hal and published its users' intimate information on a well-known hacker forum. Why were you on this well-known hacker forum, Jasper Hamill of the Metro? That's what I want to know. The leak was exposed by the data breach monitoring site Havel Been Pwned, which said furries' names, email addresses, and even their order histories were accessed in August before being leaked. Hightail Hall is the name of a series of games which allows players to have simulated sex with a variety of cute humanoid animal creatures. Oh, they're cute, are they, Jasper Hamill? Just like a leopard with tits? But you think sharks are like the worst thing ever? Jasper Hamill of the Metro. The games are popular with furries, which is the name for a subculture, which is interested in anthropomorphic animal characters which resemble humans. That's what anthropomorphic means, mate. In a statement, HTH Studios wrote, We had a data breach sometime in August 2018, and the files have appeared on a popular hacking forum, which included 411,000 unique email addresses and that, with physical and IP addresses, names and orders and that, Both our internal security and web team security experts assured us that no financial data was compromised and that, but you can't be sure that your email's not on some shitty, radgy fucking list and that now. I've been in contact with security developers, legal counsel and law enforcement. Security and comfort of our users is the highest priority, but I cannot say that we haven't fucked up out. We have fucked up and I hold my hands up. I will nail lie to you, you bastard. Oh, sorry, I said bastard, but you know it's been a troubling time for me and my family and that, I just want a better way of life for my family. And that's why I've come on the X Factor in the first place and that. They always told us I could sing, but I've never had the guts to do it and that before, man. But I just thought, fuck it, you've only got one life, ain't you? So that's why I'm here and that, Simon. I hope you like it and that. Oh, I just want a better life for my family. It's contacted all his users as well as beefing up security. HTH Studios added, as of all the overhaul in 2018 in October, we're using a much more advanced and stable security system. You know, I've always started singing when I was a kid and that, singing in pubs and karaoke nights and that, and everyone said I had a good voice. So that's why I've wanted to come on the X Factor and that. I've always wanted to meet Simon Cowell and that, because people say he's a bastard, but I thought he's all right and that. I like the way he has his trousers up so fucking high and that. I hope you like my voice. I just want a better way of life for my kids and that. I want to be able to go to the Argos and buy them the biggest fucking motorised little monster truck shit and that bastard. And then we can just cruise down the Astor in it. The game studio make a variety of titles which feature sex with animal characters. This lot sound like a class act. Pornhub, the free adult sex site, has a number of videos shot in the game. Some of them have been viewed more than 100,000 times. You've really done your research on this one, haven't you, Jasper Hamill of the Metro? Jasper Hamill of the Metro, who refuses to get back to my tweet. Oh dear. So I don't know if anyone's been on Twitter today and seen that Bear Noise have had their account hacked, and it's now tweeting every couple of seconds. It's tweeting a link to like some sort of business opportunity, tagging in every single one of their followers, and it's gone completely mad. Bless them. But yeah, unlucky guys. If you're listening, maybe you want to have a look at that. Right, let's play this Jungle Desire track by Break, because it's fucking amazing. How we're. Oh, Hugh Downer, message retracted. I wonder what that was. I love that Tom Robinson in the chat has had to change his name to not that Tom Robinson. Looks like we have sufficient numbers in the chat for a rewind, so let's, I don't know how you do just sort of bounce it around. Whee. This is probably a good time to tell you, because it's Black Friday, so at rankinaudio.com, purveyors of the finest drum bass sample packs you'll ever get, you can get 60% off if you use the promo code LOBSTERS until Monday night. rankinaudio.com, the best sample packs out there, promo code LOBSTERS, 60% off. This is such a great record. Well done, Break. Very good boy. Very good boy. Jungle Desire by Break off his Another Way album. That is out, mother frickin' now. All right, what are we left with here? There's still the all right, we've done the drunk man windmilling. Okay, animal rights group suggests village of Wool is renamed Vegan Wool. James Macy of the Lad Bible reports. An animal rights activist group has caused a stir by suggesting that the 1,000-year-old village of Wool be renamed Vegan Wool. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, aka PETA, has written a letter to the parish council of the Dorset village advising that the name should be changed to the name change would promote kindness to sheep. As a further incentive, Peter has offered to provide all 2,000 houses in the village with a cosy, cruelty-free blanket, should they adopt the change. As the suggestion has been made in writing, the council are obliged to include the proposal on their agenda for the next meeting. Oh, this is interesting. Should we be sending out letters to random towns and then have them obligated to bring it up in their meetings? Maybe we should be suggesting that a town change its name to Lobster. Maybe we should suggest that. According to the Bournemouth Echo, local councillor Cherry Brooks, big up Chesa, said, it's a ridiculous request and has caused quite a stir in the village. A few people are quite offended, but most people seem to find it amusing. The proposal will now need to be discussed at the next council meeting, which will be interesting and almost certainly a fucking hoot. Sharing their thoughts on the Wool Parish Clerk Facebook page, it seemed few were in favour of the name change. One person wrote, Dear Peter, the name Wool is derived from the Anglo-Saxon welly, after the springs. Doesn't even mean sheep's wool. It might be an idea to do your research before you tell places to change their names for absolutely no reason at all. Love, Wool. Another said, the name Wool should remain as it is. The idea of renaming a village is utterly ridiculous. It's the most idiotic thing I've come across in a long time. And believe me, I have come across some fucking idiotic things in my time. And the people of Wool don't fuck about. What? There's a video here of a sheep addicted to cigs. Wow. But is it really that idiotic? Anyone else picking up the not-so-faint smell of a PR stunt? So actually, I was listening to LBC on the way in today, and they had a woman from PETA arguing with the guy who does the morning show, and it was fairly I mean, it was just them shouting at each other. But she was like, well, look, I don't think they're actually really being serious that they want the village to change its name. But it is a clever PR stunt because they've got a load of footage of some sheep being mistreated while being sheared. The problem is the woman on LBC didn't actually know anything about sheep being sheared, and the presenter has actually kept sheep before and sheared sheep and raised sheep, and so was very knowledgeable on the subject, and was like, you do realise that sheep have to be sheared for more than one reason. It's not just so we can harvest their wool. If you don't shear them, their wool gets all clogged up with tods, and then the tods get infected with flies, and then the flies eat a hole in their anus. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, have you seen? And then they just sort of argued from there. So long and short of it is, be nice to sheep, but Peter, just focus on something of importance, you ridiculous individuals. Yeah. God, those sheep are weird-looking fuckers, though, aren't they? Oh, they got the ears come out the side, the eyes are on the side. They're delicious, though. I might have lamb shanks for dinner in celebration. Take that, Peter. Police raid apparent BDSM club in Russia. Looks like a pretty sexy raid, and everyone is sort of on the floor in a sort of yoga child's pose. A group of men and women wearing bondage gear have been involved in a police raid at a sex club in Russia. And as is always the case these days, the whole thing was caught on camera. Russian police seized a huge pile of sex toys. Are sex toys illegal in Russia? Among which included everything from whips and handcuffs through to dildos in the shape of Lime Wax's head. The scenes apparently looked as though it had been the setting for a BDSM, that's bondage, discipline, dominance and submission, which involves role-playing and a range of sadomasochistic erotic practices. It reportedly took place in an undisclosed Russian city, with some reports claiming it was the southwest city of Rostov-on-Don in Rostov Oblast, with others saying it was the far eastern city of Khabarovsk in Khabarovsk Krai. Basically, I ain't got a fucking clue. Russia's a big place. Big place with fuck all in between each city, but bears and trees and fuck all else. It reportedly took place in... Oh, we've read that. One of the police officers carrying out the raid decided to film the drama unfolding, capturing the moment his colleagues had to carefully tiptoe around the bare-bottomed, scantily clad beauties who were lying on the floor. At one point, you can hear him joke, "It's a BDSM club, so it's okay to make it hurt." Wow. Police officers then ask a man, who is referred to as Chef, where the owner of the club is, but it seems he is nowhere to be found. People who have seen the video on social media, not no social media, Jess Hardiman. Jess, I thought better of you, Jess. Your articles are normally pretty solid, but a little proofreading here and there might be an idea. People who have seen the video on social media and video sharing platforms had a lot to say about the shocking scenes, with many confused as to why the police are raiding the venue, including some who asked, what did they do wrong? Another added, "This is adult people getting high and having fun as they want. BDSM is a sexual fantasy. It's #1 among the population. Why do the police have to go in there and break it up? It's bloody Nazi Germany all over again." Maybe. It has not yet been reported why the police took the raid in the club. Perhaps they just wanted to have some sexy fun. However, the club may apparently have fallen foul of licensing laws. Oh dear. Philip Schofield on This Morning says that he likes to indulge in BDSM practices with Holly Willoughby, and is often receives a severe pegging before the show every morning. That's a nice little bit of trivia for you there, isn't it? Right. One more bit. Maybe a couple more bits. You know, it's Friday. Why not? Let's. So this is this new. It's not that new. It's this year though. Delta Heavy. It's called Gravity. Make Manchester Womanchester too. There was someone actually talking to Tucker Carlson trying to argue that point, that Manchester should consider changing their name. that's a lace listener and a half. Yeah, that's Gravity by Delta Heavy. It's probably on RAM. Most things are. Right, okay, so last bit for today. Shoppers queue at Aldi from 6 a.m. to get Kevin the Carrot toys before they pop up on eBay for hundreds. Who in tits is Kevin the Carrot?
I'm literally a communist.
He may well, but actually, that's a point. It is worth thinking as to whether or not Kevin the Carrot is a dangerous communist. It's possible. Aldi's Kevin the Carrot is undeniably cute, isn't he? The adorable little root vegetable appears on our screens every Christmas, and then he's flogged in Aldi stores and causes a mass frenzy. Is he? Does he? I've never seen this cunt. Seen this fucking little orange prick. I promise you, I'm not joking. People queue up outside Aldi stores at 6 a.m. in the hopes of getting their hands on one of the Kevin plush toys. Typically, they sell out in minutes and then pop up on eBay a few hours later for hundreds of pounds. Isn't Christmas weird? A little bit, yeah. In parts of the country, there are even reports of the odd scrap breaking out as shoppers were so keen to purchase a plush Kevin to call their own. One shopper, Matthew Ross, big up Big Matty Ross, from Skeggers, queued up from 6:30 in the morning in icy weather to ensure he got himself a full set of the toys. All right, well, Matthew's a psycho, isn't he? So, and him and bloody guys, Kevin the communist carrot, they're probably made for each other. Are they going to sit around bloody talking about Lenin? Eh? Well, they're going to go out and destroy the bourgeoisie? Pfft, who knows? He said, "I'm buzzing. The toy's absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to murder the bourgeoisie." Pfft. See, I told you, he's an absolute psycho. We've been saving up for about 4 weeks. We normally spend around £70 there for our weekly shop. My 3 boys are so happy. We are fed up with the oppression the proletariat are facing, and with the help of Kevin the Carrot, we are going to destroy the evil bourgeoisie. Right, okay. We were queuing since 6:30 with a flask of coffee in our hands. We had to... we formed a picket line to stop the scabs getting in there. My boys are early risers anyway, but they soon shot out of bed when we bribed them with a McDonald's breakfast to eat while queuing. It doesn't sound like a fun day out, and it sounds a little bit more like he's getting a carrot for himself. We bought 4 sets, one for my wife Amy, one for each kid. I had to settle for a box of festive bin bags. We even managed to get the kids to school on time. Oh, well done. You're great parents, aren't you? You're supposed to get your kids to school on time. You shouldn't be rewarded for that. The staff didn't mention a limit on how many you could buy, but they all did a fantastic job. They were great at controlling crowds of maniacs trying to get themselves a communist carrot. At the tills, we were served with a smile by a very amused staff member. All profits from the toys, which released in 2016, will go to crushing the bourgeoisie. Wow, that's okay. They are thinking of releasing a collab with Corbyn the Carrot, and he will be on sale for $2 million. But the fact that it's for charity has prompted some shoppers to hit out online. What doesn't prompt some people to hit out online these days? Blasting those selling them for hundreds, with one writing, "Absolutely disgusting."
It's appalling.
From all eBay sellers profiting from a charity for communists. An Aldi spokesperson said, "We're sorry that some customers were unable to buy this product. However, demand for these toys has been exceptionally high. To avoid any disappointment this year, we increased the range by adding new characters. Pascal the Parsnip." Oh, no one wants Pascal the Parsnip. Oh, honestly. See, not Pascal the Scab, more like. Fucking Pascal the Parsnip. What a prick. As well as the amount of soft toys available in the store. We've also limited purchases. Yes, very communist of you. To 2 variants per customer. So as many people as possible had the chance to buy these products. As with all of our special buy products, that's the stuff that goes in the aisle next to the scuba diving gear and the tents and the, I don't know, car floor mats. Last year, the soft toys were listed for hundreds on eBay. One character put the full family up for sale for over $1,000. One chancer put the full family up for sale for over $1,000, although there's no guarantee they got anything like that. The bloody... what a beautiful blend of communism and capitalism. Right here on Coffee and Means, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's the end of the week. It's the end of the show. So to play us out, let's have a bit of classic Noisia. Classic Noisia and the Upbeats of their infectious ditty, Dust Up. It's now 11 o'clock. The pubs are open. Careful to avoid the ones that serve up ice cubes made of Todd. You can go out and you're now free to live a life fulfilled with religious freedom. Like I say, it's Black Friday, and if you want to get 60% off at rankinaudio.com, some of the finest sample packs on the market, for drum and bass, for house, for techno, for dubstep, and all the good things in between. Use the promo code LOBSTERS, plural, get 60% off until Monday night. Fill your boots. DG Cooper in the chat saying there's art school Glasgow tonight. Scottish heads, get there. Do it. Thrasher in Glasgow tomorrow as well. Yes, that is the dude from yesterday. Day before yesterday. So, stock up on Buckfast. Stock up on Iron Brew. Strap on your kilt. And go and vomit in the doorway. Cover art for Noisia, I think one of them is involved in it. And there's also a dude that used to be on Dogs on Acid, or maybe still is, I've been on there in years. I can't remember what his name is. That's a cool story, isn't it? I don't have the cool story bro button anymore. Anyway, look, thanks guys, thanks for listening this week. Thanks for being good lobsters. Thanks for, you know, joining me on this crazy, wild journey. I'm enjoying it. It seems like more people are starting to listen. More people are downloading the podcast. I'll get some more guests on. If you have any suggestions for guests, please do let me know. Easy to join the Facebook group, the Lobster Crew, Threshold Lobster Crew Facebook group. There is a link in the YouTube description. And, you know, subscribe to the podcast. It's on all good podcast apps. This probably leaves me just enough time to shout out the VIP list. It's Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Oliver Hooper, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Tony Hark, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Mattieu Boulard, Zara Pickles, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, and Lily Unsub, a fine bunch of bad motherfuckers. And Matt McMullen. No, not Matt McMullen. He is a twisted gentleman. Oh, Matt. I wonder what Matt McMullen's up to. Do you think Matt McMullen's got a Twitter account? Let's have a look. Matt McMullen. Yes. Come on. Nope, that's not him. That's not the Matty McMullen we know and love. Matt McMullen at the Real Doll Company is who we're after. Why do I know so much about this stuff? It's terrifying. Matt McMullen, Real Doll, not seeing anything. This is probably something I should search on my own time, really, isn't it? Oh, there's an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. Oh, it's from 2016. Oh, this is going to be worth a look. I'm Matt McMullen, CEO, creative director and founder of Real Doll. Ask me anything. Do you currently own and use your products? No, I leave my work at the office. Okay, so you test the prototypes and label it as work. Pretty sneaky. Tax-deductible masturbation. Can someone pass me a TDM form? Jesus, Bob, that's the third one this morning. Oh yeah, is that a big train reference? If I ordered one, could you pack it in a wooden box with hay and straw and stamp fragile on it so I can recreate a Christmas story? Matt from Real Doll says, if you order one, I can do exactly that. What's one thing you wish you could incorporate into your dolls but isn't technically feasible yet? Matt McMullen says, full body robotics like walking. He needs to hook up with these Boston Dynamics motherfuckers. Oh wow, this is great. There's some good stuff in this. What is the oddest request a customer has ever made? Maybe for something custom. Matt replies, a doll with 4 breasts. Wow. Yeah, okay. Are you working to incorporate VR technology into your future models? Yes, we are building an AI system which can either be connected to a robotic doll or experienced in a VR environment. Do you sell in all 50 states? Yes, we do. What's the weirdest situation you have seen one of your dolls in? He says a carpool lane. That's not a bad idea. We do not get involved in the disposal or recycling of used dolls. What's the weirdest name you have been called, such as the next Steve Jobs or Leonardo di Vagina? By Howard Stern called him that. Nice. Is the person in the proof picture actually you, or is it a real doll made in your likeness? How creepy does the warehouse look in low-level lighting? He says, I love it. I don't find it creepy at all. Right, okay, well, thanks for listening, everyone. That was a fun little segue at the end. Have a good weekend. I love you all. Be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Eat good food. Work out. Join a sports team. Build a community. Paint a self-portrait. Build a house. Help an old lady across the road. Save a puppy stuck up a tree. +1 for the dog as a regular guest. Yeah, no, actually, I might see if I can find someone to do a sort of animated thing of Big Bop of the Whopper, just spitting bars, and we can get him up on every sort of MC tune. Okay, I'll get Big Bop of the Whopper on as a guest. Right, enjoy your weekends. Don't let your memes be dreams, and stay powerful. I love you all dearly. Okay.